Hi, my name is Donna Page. I'm with LovingLightAstrologer.com, and I want to talk about Pluto retrograde. So Pluto goes retrograde once a year, and whenever a planet is stationed, and what station means is that it's at a point where it's either going to go direct or is going to go retrograde. So April 9th, 2011, 4:52 a.m. Eastern Time, Pluto is going retrograde. Pluto is over here, and it got up to 7 degrees of Capricorn, 30 minutes. And what this means is that when Pluto, which is a planetoid, they demoted it from planet, but it's very, very powerful. It's very small, but it has a lot of punch. And Pluto, the purpose of Pluto is to destroy. There's a destructive element of Pluto, but it grabs the situation and tears it apart so you have a new ground from which to build again. And if you think about an old structure, this is pretty apropos being in Capricorn, and knowing that when Pluto went into Capricorn, the old ways of banking, the old ways of business that had been corrupted with greed and misdeeds, they were destroyed. They were taken down. But imagine an old building that has a tremendous amount of termite damage. So Pluto would be like the bulldozer coming in and bulldozing down that house. So imagine it passing down this house and it crashing apart and it just trampling over it, the bulldozer trampling over it. Then it goes around, okay, and so that's the first, let's say that's the first passage of when Pluto is moving forward, crossing over a particular point in the sky, which right now it got up to 7 degrees Capricorn, 30 minutes. So it's crossing over there. So the first time it crosses over a degree, it will be like the bulldozing down an old house that's falling down, it's full of termites, needs to come down. And it goes around to the other side, okay, and turns around. And that turnaround point is the retrograde motion. And so Pluto is turning around, and it's going back over. So imagine like the scoop of the bulldozer, the bucket, picking up all the debris and coming back over it. And so that's what's happening right now between 7 degrees of Capricorn and when it's going to go direct in September. So I have a different type of chart here. I actually think this might be easier for you to read. I'm not sure. So it's going to go back to 4 degrees of Capricorn. Let me edit this for you because it's showing that it's still retrograde, but it should be 2:25. That might put it in direct motion. So at 2:25 p.m. on September 16, 2011, Pluto's going direct again at 4 degrees Capricorn, 53 minutes. Okay, so the first time it went over between 4 degrees and 7 degrees, this is the plow point. Think of it as the plow point. Turnaround is coming back between April 9th, and it's coming back between April 9th and September 16th to 4 degrees. That second pass over. Now when Pluto goes direct on September 16th, and then it will be moving forward and crossing over those points again up to the 7 degrees and beyond, then what will happen is the clearing of the ground. Okay, so the clearing of the ground will happen, so you will be able to rebuild. So there will be it will be prepared to be rebuilt. So what does all this mean for you? Okay, what really, what does this all mean for you? So, and what does this particular chart have to say? Pluto retrograde, whenever Pluto is stationed, it has a lot of power, and Pluto is about internal knowing what needs to be redone, knowing what needs to be destroyed and rebuilt. So what in your life needs to come down? What in your life needs to be rejuvenated? What in your life needs to be rebuilt? And it can be along the Capricorn concerns, which have to do with traditional keywords for Capricorn is your career, your standing in the community, your respectability, your self-respect, what you want to plan for. You know, have your plans. Do they need to be redone? You know, has this economic crisis impacted you, or your own something in your own personal life impacted you, where your plans for the future, they've been destroyed and they need to be rebuilt. They need to be gone over, smoothed over, and have a new ground from which to create something. Now, this particular day is very powerful because not only because of the Pluto retrograde, which is enough, and it's very intuitive too. It's an extremely intuitive day. That Mercury is conjunct the Sun. So Mercury's retrograde, right? But they're 19 degrees. They're exact. Okay? And it's retrograde and it's crossing over. And so there is this point when Mercury and the Sun is exact, where there is a fusion between Mercury, the messenger of the gods, and the Sun, the essence of our soul or our soul's purpose, the divine center within us. So what it is saying is that this is a time where you can connect with the divine purpose, get messages for the divine purposes for you, your soul's purpose, get messages, get insight, get knowledge in a very deep, powerful way because of the Pluto. Well, as in charts, there's always so much I can talk about. You know, it's very astrology is very deep, but this is just a short video clip. For more information and for more free astrology learning tips, check out the other. You can check out my website, which is at lovinglightastrologer.com. Let me see if I can get that for you. lovinglightastrologer.com right here, lovinglightastrologer.com, and sign up or Astral Planet News, and you can sign up for some free astrology lessons. Thanks so much for hanging in there, and happy Pluto. Oh, one quick other thing is that if your birthday is between the people that are being impacted the most, okay, which would be called a Pluto transit, would be as if your birthday is around December 26th through December 30th, March 26th through March 30th, and depending on the year, you know, it might be a day or two before or after, but it's basically March 26th, March 29th or 30th, and then again in June, and the same thing, June 26th to June 30th, and then September 28th till October 1st. So if your birthday is in those time frames, you are under a very powerful Pluto transit, and it's extremely important for you to do this meditation and to really think about what in your life needs to be revamped and rebuilt. So, because with Pluto, whether you want it or not, it's coming. so might as well embrace it and you know, don't be in denial about it, and just say, okay, there's things in life, you know, life is full of change, and let's bring it on, you know, bring it on. Strong enough to do it, strong enough to rebuild and move forward.